Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're planning in my Estelle A5 wide dated inserts for 2021 and I'm using this Scribble Prints Co kit called Haunted Mansion. And it was just really cool. Let me get my breath here. Whew! It's a big day to get the recording on. Anyway, I was just this is really cool Haunted Mansion art. Haunted Mansion? No. Haunted house, creepy Halloween-y art. And this is sort of the real start of my Halloween stuff. And I paired it with bronze matte confetti bundle, which are all sold out on Scribble Prints Co, I'm afraid. But there is there's not gonna be the end of bronze matte. There is more coming, so very exciting because I love bronze matte. And I think I only have one bundle left, but I ended up buying 5 of these guys. They're just a really nice, subtle version of gold. And what I like to do is I don't like to bring in any other foils with this, not even gold. I don't know, I just like it to be have the bronze matte shine by itself. And so I brought in, and I thought the bronze matte actually looks very similar to this beige color, so I just brought in some black date dots from Scribble Prints Co to do the date dots, and I think that worked really well. And then through my spread, because we watched a lot of TV this week, it was kind of a chill week, just trying to I don't know, rest and relax, trying to rebooting him for doing art and getting my life back together. It was also the week that I had my period, so and I was just a mess this period. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I decided to bring in the TV icons from Scribble Prints Co in white and black instead of, because I only had one matte bronze one, little one on the sheet, so in the bundle. So that's what I did for TVs, and I think it worked out really well. Her white one TV icons, white mini icons, are actually really good. They're pretty opaque white, which I like. I feel like the date dots weren't quite the same, but I haven't tried out the newer serif date dots in white, but we'll see. I'm just putting down my base as per usual. So yeah, we both did quite a lot of stuff this week compared to the last 2 years, and also rested a lot and watched a lot of TV because yeah, my period's just gone off the rails recently. The week that I have my periods at the moment, I literally can't do anything. I'm so tired, and one of the nights, I think it was Tuesday night or Monday night, I had so much pain, and yet it wasn't super painful pain. It was just hot, but it was so innately painful that I had waves of nausea that went with the pain. It was really weird. I usually don't have that kind of stuff, but it's gotten worse probably as I've gotten older. But the upside is we also went out 3 times this week into the city, which I know is nuts. We were so tired by the end of Sunday. But on Wednesday I actually went out and finally got my new prescription for my birth control, and I'm so happy to be back on it. Basically I've been on the same pill for 10 years, except for one break where I got the arm implant, and while it was nice not to have used pills, a lot of the reason why I was on birth control was hormonal acne. So I had to take 2 antibiotic pills a day on the implant anyway. Although those weren't time important, so that was the difference. It was really hard at the time for me to keep the right time to take my pill. Because as we all know, you have to take them at the same time every day. But now I'm way more organized, so but if you're curious, I do take Diane 35 ED or something. I think it's called Diane Nova here in Finland, but I just get a generic version because it's an expensive birth control. I know every time I look it up and things, everyone's just talking about the evils of it, but honestly it works so well, the evils of birth control, full stop. But honestly, my life is so much better with it, and I literally skip all my periods. I do not do the withdrawal week at all. So, and you don't actually have to, like, it's a fact. You don't actually have to, because they're not real periods. But but it does so well. It, like, my face is perfect on it, and I don't have any side effects from it. But I did try like two other pills and the implant before, like other ways to really find what worked for me. So anyway, the thing is, I was using a script from Australia, and the last time I was in Australia at the beginning of 2020, I just like got a whole bunch worth for like, because I was only given like as repeats for like 5 groups, so 5 of 3. And so I used those up in the last 2 years, and I just been without. And I was like, you know, screw it, I finally got my healthcare card sorted, and I've been very behind on official things just because it's been difficult, especially with the pandemic started. But I finally got my healthcare card, so I finally, like, my problem was it seemed like I had to call my doctor to make a first appointment, even though everything's online. But it said the call system was backed up at the moment, and just to contact online. So I sent a message online because they have like a whole digital system, and it's all linked to your healthcare card, and you're able to like send quick messages for general information to your healthcare team, because you're kind of like given one depending on where you live. And the nurse replied and was like, yeah, just answer these questions, like what are you taking, how long, blah blah blah, height, weight, whatever. And so I replied to that, and she's like, cool. I sent it to the doctor, and then they sent me the script digitally. It's like the script is on my healthcare card. So Wednesday I finally went to the chemist, and you just scan your card and they give you the medication, and it was nuts. Like, I don't know, it's like living in the future right now. That is not how things work in Australia. I was like genuinely so shocked and so happy for my introverted, anxiety filled self, especially around seeing doctors and dentists and stuff. So that was really, really great. So now I'm back on them, and thumbs up. I'm so excited, so happy. For me, it's a big relief. So, and I'm really looking forward to my face not being insanely painful and covered in pimples for like 3 weeks out of the month, because they always came in the week before, got worse during the week, and then they came back in the week after my period. Like, it was nuts. Anyway, hormones, man. Anyway, we're on to just talking about lady things, but I believe in being transparent about lady stuff and not saying TMI, because the majority of us go through this or have gone through this. So, just saying, just sharing my experience and my opinion. So, Monday, we have Coffee Monday as per usual. Plan with me. If you want any stickers, just let me know down below and I'll let you know. And then we got Cod for lunch, which is a really good chicken burger. The only downside with Cod, and it's amazing, this chicken burger, this fried chicken burger, is that they don't do fries or chips. It's just a burger or a drink, and it's a bit disappointing because it's not quite enough for dinner, you know. And then I got another DHL delivery. I decided to call my next US box early because I had a bunch of more Halloween stuff in there. So you're going to see that haul this week. So we got an extra haul this month, which was very nice. It has a few things that are like nut stickers, but I didn't think it was that big. But the haul ended up being 50 minutes anyway, so have fun. Then we need to clean up, because it was sent a note by management that the vents would be getting checked randomly in our apartment from like Monday through Saturday, anytime this week, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And guess what? So we got up early every morning and cleaned up and made sure everything was good, which is why I put a lot of bed early and a lot of tired stuff. And plus my period, and I just gave up on working, honestly, waiting for this guy, and everything else compounded. And he never came. And then he left a note on the very last day that he's going to come either 1 or 2 days this week, the 6th or 7th, from 8 till 4. So I'm pretty mad. I'm just like, leave us alone. Anyway, all he does is check the vents. So annoying. Like, why couldn't he have left us this note at the beginning of the week? Anyway, we were catching up on Doom Patrol because it's in the middle of the 3rd season right now. It's like currently airing, and we'd only ever watched the 1st season, so we were getting through 2nd and the beginning of the 3rd season. Once again, love Doom Patrol. It's like, yeah, it's DC Comics, superheroes, but like the weird part of DC. If you know anything about Grant Morrison, it's weird stuff. You gotta be open-minded for this show, I should say. Like, there is a non-binary sentient street called Danny the Street, and they are awesome. And there are sex ghosts and lots of weird, like, stuff, but also interesting looks at mental health and trauma and death and all sorts of things. So it's a really good, wacky show. And then we had Sexico Tacos, and I filmed the whole. So Tuesday, I just wrote up early every week, and it just killed me. I need my sleep. It takes me a long time to fall asleep, so I usually don't wake up until like 10. That's just my usual, because I had to wake up just before 8, just in case this person arrives, and because we also have a vent in our bedroom, so couldn't sleep in. And then I just put period and we got Subway that day. Subway. So for Subway, they don't actually have the protein like the chicken that I always got. I got classic chicken back in Australia, which was like a breaded chicken, and they just don't have it here in Finland. Never have. So I've been doing just like the normal chicken, like grilled, and I just didn't like the texture. So this time I switched it up, and I got the spicy Italian with pepperoni. Oh, it was tasty. I really liked that. So I think that's my new Subway. We don't have it too often, but it's I don't know, it's super easy to have. And for you saying, like, I don't think Australian or Finnish Subway is the same as American, because it's franchise and also different food standards. But I've never had Subway in America, so I don't know. But I've enjoyed it, plus the cookies. It's always just nice to have a sandwich, plus you can't really get subs any other way in either country. Just subs aren't really a thing outside of Subway. And then just March, like, more Doom Patrol, I think, and then a long shower. I didn't have a lot to mark because I, like, did nothing this week. So I put in a long shower and then also bed early. Then I had another video go up on Wednesday of picking my Halloween kit. So if you watched that, you would have seen me picking out this kit and everything for it. And then I wanted to use a mask sticker because I never get to use them. So I used them, went outside because of course I wore a mask everywhere. We're still wearing masks here, although I think it has changed since the 1st of October to be up to your judgment. But I think most places here are still like enforcing masks. Like public transport is still, you have to wear one. The cinema was. So yeah. Still masks everywhere basically, but I think, was it like, we're very close to being 80% double vaxxed, like from 12 ages and up. So I think once we get there, then everything is pretty much going to get lifted. So almost everyone is vaccinated, and they're doing 12s and ups here. So I think it said something like 30% of 12 and ups are double vaxxed already, so that's pretty good news. And we're probably going to get the booster shot. They've just started doing the 3rd booster for people in the 80s, so we might get that next year, I don't know. And then, so we went outside, I went to the chemist and picked up my script, and we did a small little grocery run. Heidi is meowing. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a very funny scratchy meow. You know when cats, like, you see them in the morning and they haven't meowed like for hours, so their meow is like all scratchy. It's so cute. I love it. And that was a really cool bubble tea street van on the way home called the Boba, so we picked up one of those. And this is the first bubble tea we found here that does green tea and they had lychee. And no one here has lychee, especially not green tea lychee. So lychee green tea with lychee jelly and green apple jelly, and it was so tasty. It was like gong cha back in Australia, which I know gong cha is elsewhere, but they don't have gong cha here. But this was probably the closest to that. I do love a green tea bubble tea, or boba. And then one of our favorite places, or all the food this day, one of our favorite Thai places, they only do Hainanese chicken every now and then. And we saw that it was on the menu, so we got Hainanese chicken, which is my favorite. I love it. And then our Korean place, Manor, they've had their like Korean fried chicken not on the menu for like 2 months, but we suddenly saw it on the menu, so we grabbed that as well. So we had lots of delicious chicken this day. And much more Doom Patrol, and I think I just mark bed early or something? But yeah. That was Wednesday, and it was very tiring after that, but it was a good outing. And then we decided that day, like, let's book our movie tickets. We really wanted to see 2 movies, June and The Green Knight. And I didn't think The Green Knight was going to be in the cinema for much longer. And we weren't sure how long June would be in the cinema, probably for a while, but we really wanted to see June, and Bond came out this weekend, so that also was like, we really need to see The Green Knight. So we ended up just booking both films, Saturday and Sunday. The June on Saturday and Green Knight on Sunday, just to get them out of the way. And they're like the 2 movies that we wanted to see this year and last year, which is very telling. All the pushing backs of the films. So we did go and see those at 2 different cinemas, but they're both in the city, which was pretty funny. I think the newer cinema that we went to see June at was better, but Bond pushed The Green Knight out of that cinema by the weekend. So we went to the older cinema for The Green Knight, and it was on a really small screen, but it was still so amazing. I loved it. I loved both films, both June and Green Knight. They were amazing. And Green Knight is definitely like, it's not the action adventure you think it is from the trailer. It's very different, but I loved the way it was. Although, I think in America it was rated R, and here it was rated 12 and up. And some guy brought like both of his kids who were definitely under 10 years old. And I cringed so hard throughout the whole film because there's a brothel and there's sex and there's well, if you've seen The Green Knight, there's the infamous sash thing where he gets the sash from the lady. Yeah, that was awkward. And just all like the beheading and stuff, because it is a story about a beheading game from medieval literature, so it was a bit awkward knowing that there were such young children watching. Oh dear. Maybe they're mature for their age, I don't know. They didn't leave, like, at all, and they just sat through the whole film, so So Thursday, feeling terrible, did a bit of work that I could, and then I messed up my stickers, as you saw, but I went through it, whatever. And I played a lot of Animal Crossing. I've been getting really into the making your island Animal Crossing into a town and making buildings out of simple panels and bookshelves. So that's what I've been doing with my normal island. I'm still working on my medieval island. I'm almost close to finishing it, so that'll be exciting. Although now I wonder, like, should I attempt to make a green chapel? I don't know if you can in Animal Crossing, but a reference to The Green Knight could be fun. And yes, I've just been working on that. That's been nice to like turn my brain off and play with. Okay, so Friday is a weird... Oh yeah, also Thursday we started watching Champagne Ill. It's a YouTube premium show with Adam Pally and Sam Richardson. And you might, if you watch Ted Lasso, Sam Richardson was in the last episode as the Ghanaian billionaire. I was like, oh my god, it's Sam Richardson from Champagne Hill when we watched it on Friday. But it's actually getting added to Hulu, I believe, this month. So I definitely recommend Champagne Hill. It was hilarious. They're just bad people, you know. And a lot of scenes were very much like, this is like my 2 ADHD brain cells trying to do stuff. Because there's this like whole episode where they're like, oh, it's 3 p.m. We probably can't get this done anymore. Like, the day is gone. Let's just go on. Like, when they're trying to do work, I'm like, yes, those are my brain cells. But yeah, I really enjoyed Champagne Hill. It's just one season, and I thought it was really good quality, especially for a YouTube TV show. It's probably like the only one. But I do love Adam Pally from Happy Endings, and Sam Richardson was in Ted Lasso, so hopefully he's in more because he's hilarious. But as I said on Friday, we just watched a ton of TV. Like, nothing happened. Like, we have so much TV on Friday now. So there was new Doom Patrol, a new Foundation, new Ted Lasso, new What We Do in the Shadows, and then we're watching Champagne Hill too. So yeah, it's just nuts. I think Ted Lasso ends this week, so that'll be good to get a show off of the weekly. Every show is on Friday. Why is that? And then we got Filipino food from Carmelik, some of my favorites. I love it. And then bed early because we went to the cinema in the morning, both days, just to get out of the way. So hilariously, I used this Fox and Cactus Star Wars movie sticker to mark June because I had nothing else to do. Plus, June inspires a lot of, obviously it came out as a book way before Star Wars, so Star Wars takes a lot of inspiration from both June and A Princess of Mars, John Carter, which I don't know if everyone realized that, especially when John Carter came out, because that film was so good and people didn't like it, and I don't understand because it was such a good film. Anyway, I'm mad. I want more John Carter. But June was excellent. And I just used this because it kind of matched. And I wanted to use stickers because it's a short title. And I can only write so big. But yeah, I really enjoyed June. I'm really hoping there's a part 2. Like, it pretty much depends on if people go and see it. If they're going to make a part 2, I'm like, that's stupid. They should have just made a part 2 because it's worth it. But anyway, studios just don't take the risk anymore. Like Lord of the Rings, it made sense to make it all at once. But anyway, I really enjoyed June. It was really good, and it was really funny to see the inspirations on Star Wars in it. I know, since Disney Star Wars started, I kind of got a bit tired of Star Wars, to be honest. I'm kind of over it, so it's nice to have something like different, you know, in terms of sci-fi. Because we've also got Foundation and The Expanse, so that's good. And we would do a grocery run on the way home, watch Champagne Hill. I think we finished it that day. We had just a bunch of really good chats. I cooked spaghetti bolognese, and we went to bed early. And my battery is low, so I'm just gonna move for a second. Okay, I had to move it back into the living room to plug in my laptop because it was literally dying. And I really apologize if you can hear the washing machine in the background. That's why I was filming, recording this voiceover elsewhere, but I need to plug in. And I need to get this video done for you guys because it is Monday morning. So for the Green Knight, I used what's his name? Navir? Something like that? God, I already can't remember. From the Once More With Love, Princess and the Frog sheet, you know, the prince. I used him because he's he's princely looking and he's the Green Knight. Although that's not what the Green Knight is like at all. But yeah, highly recommend. If you just love to look at Dev Patel, just go watch it for that because he is just a reviewer described him as, if you want to watch Dev Patel looking hot and sad in medieval Britain, yeah, like, do it. He's so hot in it, oh my god. And you see like the top of his butt. Anyway. I was looking respectfully, okay? He's super attractive in it, alright. But I also really just enjoyed the music. Oh my god, it's so good. And I just love medieval literature stuff, so I was very excited for Green Knight. I'm so glad it finally came out. I think it's already on home release in the States, but we finally got it released here in Europe. So, but A24 I feel like doesn't do very long releases, so excited to have seen it, loved it. Not for everybody, obviously, but I enjoyed it. And then we made coffee when we got home because we were so tired, and we had McDonald's, although we had leftover spaghetti, but we're still hungry, we want milkshakes, so we got McDonald's, or Macca's, as us Australians say. And I didn't have much else to post in there, so I posted that we watched Curtis Connor videos, his episodes of playing the game episode, which were ridiculous. Then I put in cuddle and bed early again, just because we was totally wiped out from the weekend and doing so much stuff, and I actually have to go out tomorrow to pick up mail, so I'm just out and about all the time now. But yeah. Oh, also I should say in the cinema, we kept getting this Coca-Cola ad where it's like he drinks Coke and they're playing like competitive gaming, and then everyone in the game like drops their weapons, and it's like world peace in the game, and it's so stupid. Someone in the cinema laughed at it because it's so ridiculously dumb. Like, okay, Coke makes world peace, whatever. But that is a finished spread. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to see more. We have another haul coming up this week, very exciting. And just more Halloween spreads, which I'm super excited about. This is everything I used. If the sheets are missing, that means I used them up and threw them out at the beginning when I did the base. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye. Bye bye.